convened by Farming First. It was opened and closed by Gordon Conway from Imperial College and chaired in two parts by Lindiwe Majalis-Sibanda and from Fanarpan and Joyce Kayo from Novus International. And my co-rapporteur was Thomas Price from FAO, who unfortunately isn't able to join us today. We had a very lively discussion, and we had the privilege of being joined by several people who had success stories and case studies around public-private partnerships. And we really heard from a lot of people who were very passionate about the positive, beneficial aspects of public-private partnerships. So really that was the foundation for our session. And so we decided to focus on how we can ensure public-private partnerships might be successful. So those are the things I'd like to focus on this report. It may sound like a truism, but we all agreed that information was key. You need to keep things simple and clear to all the people involved. So a great deal of transparency was really very important. And also, it may sound like an obvious point, but we really stress the need that there has to be viable public and private sectors in the context in which you're trying to develop these partnerships. And without those, really, it's going to be very difficult to move forward. So one of the action points that we thought is we really should be mobilising to ensure that governments work to establish the right sort of conditions that all partners or stakeholders could participate in this kind of endeavour. We also talked about the enabling environment, which other speakers have mentioned as well. Good governance, access to finance, human capacity. I think we all felt as a group that human capacity was particularly important in the sense that you might have a lot of financing, but unless you had the right sort of people with the right commitment, putting in the hours, that the partnership was unlikely to get off the ground. Again, we talked about the need for there to be a demand, so there needs to be a market for what is produced, and so adequate research needs to take place to ensure that that happens. We also talked about long-term commitment. Really, that's one of the things that might mitigate risk, and in particular, a sense of trust and respect among the partners going forward was really going to enable the